WWE Defining Moments, a line that started out so well, so beautifully, that gave us a lot of amazing figures, is now not worth it. This is an opinion piece, and it's pretty much because of the Stone Cold Steve Austin defining moment that just came out. It made me realize a lot of things, and after a conversation with my good buddy Hulk Knight, he made me realize that the defining moments is more just a way to release figures that could have been elites but at a higher price point. So I'm going to go through some of the previous Defining Moments release in this new reborn Defining Moments line and show you how it's not very good in my opinion. So the first release that came out in this new Defining Moments line was Ric Flair, an amazing figure to be honest. I love this thing. It's well worth the price of $25. But looking at the back of the box, it says WrestleMania 24 as the defining moment. Looking at the screenshot from WrestleMania 24, you know that this is not what we received as the figure. What Mattel actually gave us was kind of a mishmash fantasy version of their ideal Ric Flair, to the best of my knowledge. That's what they did. To be honest, this was a great deal. $25 for the figure, a beautifully crafted fabric robe, and a belt. Great deal, great deal. And kind of the weird thing is that his attire kind of did look like the WrestleMania 24 Ric Flair, although he's a bit younger in the defining moment figure. But the biggest problem I have with this figure is that it is based in fantasy, and the defining moments line is about history, a defining moment, not Mattel's fantasy look. And this is something you're going to see a lot in this video. Next up, Mattel gave us Hulk Hogan, and this time he was based on a historical event, WrestleMania 3, when he faced Andre the Giant, and it's great because they did pretty much capture his look from that match. My biggest problem with this figure is I don't see the reason why it had to be at the $25 price range. This seems just like any other Elite. Personally, for me, I think the worst part of this figure is the shirt. I don't think it's successful. So if they added a bonus fabric shirt, that, in my opinion, would make it a $25 figure. But as it stands, I think this is overpriced. Then Mattel decided to give us Razor Ramon, finally, Razor Ramon in a WWE Mattel line. It's amazing, right? It's alright. I don't think, again, like Hulk Hogan, it's worth the $25 price range, and bonus, it is not historically accurate. The back of his box mentions his debut and also his ladder match from WrestleMania 10 against Shawn Michaels. So let's compare those attires to the attire received in this defining moment. Hey yo, it's close to his debut attire, but it is not his WrestleMania 10 attire. Yet again, this is not his defining moment. It could be said that this is more a defining look. Then Mattel dropped Sting on us, the Stinger defining moments. The back of the box says this is from Starrcade, 1997. K-Perk Sting recently pointed out that the Sting should have had a scorpion on his back, and he doesn't. Furthermore, the jacket we got is almost pleather, trying to make it look like leather when his actual jacket was just a normal trench coat. In my original review, I did not like this face, and I still don't like the face. I think Mattel should have taken the time to actually paint his face and mold it in skin tone to make it look a bit more like Sting, because when you compare it to an image of the man from Starrcade, it doesn't do him justice. So, he comes with a jacket and a baseball bat, and does that warrant the extra $5? No! This recently released Hunter comes with a beautifully designed coat and a cane which has a lot more detail than Sting's baseball bat, and to be honest, I think Hunter's coat has more detail than Sting's coat. I've seen some people argue that the extra $5 is because a lot of his mold is brand new, to which I say that doesn't sound right, because something like Star Wars Black Series features so many new molds, basically molds used once and then done, and they don't charge us extra money for that. Then Mattel dropped this re-release of a Comic-Con exclusive Undertaker, and to be completely honest with you, I love this figure, and I'm really glad to get it for the $25 price range. I think it was a perfect use for the Defining Moments line. Instead of getting NWO Hogan, we got this Stone Cold. I made a 10-minute long video about this, so I'm not actually going to talk about that in this video. It would be a waste of time. At the end of this video, I will link to this guy, because I had a lot to say about this one. And coming out soon is Sting from the Great American Bash 1990. Personally, I don't really like to talk about figures before they're released, but a couple things about this. I don't really like the face of it. I don't like how they're giving us a plastic jacket. Brings up the question of why isn't this just a regular release as an Elite? And then lastly, why are the boots wrong? So in my opinion, most of the time, I think some of these Defining Moment figures should have been released in the regular Elite line at the $19.99 price range. And furthermore, I think that they should change the name of Defining Moments because they're obviously not really based in history anymore. Why not call them Defining Looks? Because that seems to be more accurate than Defining Moments.